Oh, the dreaded emission problems. Am I right? So I got a D-rate. I actually parked at a Love's. I'm at a customer right now. I actually parked at the Love's for the night, and I was going to hang out there. And I was idling the truck, cooking dinner, and these two amber lights came on, said, hey, you've been D-rated down 25%. So I said, well, I'm 60 miles from the customer. I'm going to try to make it to the customer, because if the truck's got to go to the shop, I don't want reefer freight on a trailer, while I'm in the shop. So I made it here to the customer. I'm checked in. They said start receiving here in a little while. So luckily we made that. That's a plus. But on the way here, I was derated 25%. But I would still be able to do like 65 mile an hour. It wasn't derating my speed. Then about 30 minutes into that, this DEF light here came on. Now I'm derated down to 55 miles an hour. I looked up the code. It says the DEF pump is not pumping enough DEF, so may need a new DEF pump on this bad boy. Betty may need a new DEF pump. I don't know. It's I wouldn't be surprised if my filters aren't clogged. Maybe it hasn't been pumping DEF for a while, because I'm barely getting 8 miles a gallon. I don't know, it's right around 8 there. A good portion of that 600 miles was into the wind, but a pretty light load. So I should have been doing better than 8, and not very, just cruising down to Louisiana, on 55. So, that's basically... That's from Missouri down to Louisiana. I'm in Louisiana right now. So I should have been getting better than 8. Let's see here. 84% DEF. That hasn't changed since the lights came on. So I don't know. Maybe it's not pumping DEF right now. But there's a Freightliner dealership about 5 miles from here. We're going to get this freight off and then head over there and be ready for them in the morning at 8 o'clock. It's a weird Freightliner. It's not a 24/7 Freightliner. I didn't realize there was Freightliners that weren't open 24/7. That makes no sense to me. As many Freightliners are on the road, you would think they'd all be open 24/7. But that's where we're at right now. Truck's still running. I'll probably shut it off when it cools down here in a minute, and we'll get up and do our thing when we got to do our thing. But I just hope I can get this freight off of here, and we'll deal with this. Like I said, I'm going to hook up my little tool here in a minute and see if I can force it to do a regen. I don't know if that would help anything or not, but we'll see. We'll see. I appreciate everybody tuning in, hang out with me, and we'll see what this is all about. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Just checking in with you again here. So I got that freight off last night, got over here to the Freightliner dealership. Bad news at Freightliner. Freightliner Baton Rouge runs banker hours 8 to 5. Cannot get to the truck. Today's Tuesday. Got there first thing Tuesday when they opened. They said it would be Friday at the earliest, possibly Monday. So I got on nttsbreakdown.com. Found me an independent shop that does emissions work. So hopefully we can get this done over here. Man, I wish I was at home. I do this myself. From the videos I watched on replacing DEF pumps, it's not that big of a job. You just got to be able to deal with you're going to lose some coolant, because that pump is, it's coolant. It's cooled by your engine coolant. So you're going to lose a few gallons of coolant, it sounds like. And you're going to lose a little bit of DEF, and I don't have any way to catch that, so I can't just go dumping that out on the ground. Other than that, I do it my dang self. But that's where we're at now. I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know how this shop is and all that fun stuff. Catch you in a little while. Alright guys, we got the truck fixed. Let me run through what all we did there, what all happened, what transpired. So I took the truck over to an independent shop called Downtown Commercial Fleet Services in Baton Rouge. That was a waste of my time is what that was. So I dropped the truck over there at about Tuesday before noon. Tuesday went by, the guy kept saying, I need a copy of your warranty. I need a copy of your warranty. I said, that doesn't work like that, guy. You're not going to look at the warranty and go, this is what they cover, so this is what we're going to replace. I said, you have got to get with the warranty company, Premium 2000. He said, oh yeah, I deal with those guys all the time. I now have hindsight, I don't think he's ever dealt with a warranty company. So I told him, I said, you've got to get a hold of them. He said, well, what am I supposed to do? Just call them up? And this is after I've already explained to him how this works. He said, what am I supposed to do? Just call them up and tell them I got a guy with a warranty over here? I said, no, like I told you, this was Wednesday. I said, like I told you yesterday, you have to call them, give them my VIN number, and then you're going to have to prove the codes that the truck's throwing and probably a computer diagnostics print off to them. Wednesday went by, he did nothing. Thursday went by, he did nothing. So Thursday afternoon, I called the warranty company. I said, hey, what are we waiting on here? Because he had told me Wednesday afternoon that we were waiting on the warranty company. I got a text message saying that. It says, send it in, we're just waiting on them. So Thursday afternoon rolls by, I called the warranty. He told me this at about 4:30 in the afternoon. So I called the warranty company. I said, hey, what's the holdup here? Truck's been down since Tuesday. What are we doing? He said, hey, this guy hasn't sent us anything. We don't even know. We don't know what's going on right now. We have no clue what you're talking about. So I call him on first thing Friday morning. This guy doesn't come into work till about 11 o'clock in the morning anyway. So I call him at about 9 o'clock Friday, and he says, well, let me just tell you something. He says, you're the most micromanaging customer I've ever had. And mind you, I called this guy once in the morning. I called him once in the afternoon. I didn't sit around and call him 20 times a day. I called him in the morning every morning, said, hey, how's things going? I text him in the afternoon, say, hey, any updates? He would say, oh, I get back to you in a minute. Never get back to me. So I call him Friday morning. I'm like, hey, man, the warranty company says they don't even have information on this claim. And he says, well, let me tell you something. You're the most micromanaging customer I've got. And he said, you take that truck to Freightliner because I feel like you're calling me a liar, and I don't want to work on your truck if you think I'm a liar. And by that point, I mean, he said a lot of profanities in there as well. I said, hey, don't worry about it. I said, I'll be in an Uber in 5 minutes, and I'll be over there to get my truck. Truck had never been moved. He never did anything to the truck. Nothing. So I get over there to get the truck, and he tells me, oh, you take that truck to Freightliner, and you micromanage them like you're micromanaging me, and they'll tell you where the hell to go. And I was like, hey, man, I just hung up. I got nothing to say to you at that point. We're done. So just a total piece of work, man. You should read some of the reviews. If you want to see some funny stuff, put in downtown commercial fleet services, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Go on Google, read some of those reviews. People having to call the police to get their truck out of there. This is just what I'm reading on Google. But, he tells me, calls me back after I hung up on him and says, you about to learn something today. And I was like, oh, is that right? Is that right? Okay, let's see what I'm going to learn today. So I go over there. Of course, it's 9:30 in the morning. He hadn't even showed up to work yet. I grab my truck, spare key still in the ignition. Like I said, he hadn't touched the thing. And I appreciate that. He left my truck sitting there with the key in it for 3 days with an unlocked gate. Don't take nothing over there, in my opinion. But so I go over there. I get the truck. I hook up the trailer, and there's like a secondary shop on this property, and this guy runs a bus service back behind him. And the guy comes over and he goes, have you talked to Eddie? I said, yeah, I talked to Eddie. I told Eddie I was coming to get my truck because Eddie ain't done nothing to it. It's been here since Tuesday. So I stopped and took a little video at the gate, and Eddie calls me. He says, what are you doing taking pictures of my building? I said, Eddie, I'm not taking pictures of your building. I'm taking a video of your building, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and I'm gonna explain my experience with you on YouTube. And then I hung up on him, and he proceeded to call me so many times that day. I blocked his number. I don't have time for people like that, disrespectful, just not the type of person I'm gonna do business with, And I knew I wasn't going to take my truck back to that Capital Freightliner in Baton Rouge because that place is a joke as well. My advice to everybody, don't break down in Baton Rouge. But that Freightliner dealer over there, when I went in there Tuesday morning, they said there was approximately 50 trucks in front of me. how you can run a Freightliner dealership and not be 24/7 blows my mind. To me, if I owned the Freightliner dealership in Baton Rouge, I would be doing everything I could to run that thing 24/7. And I know a lot of people say, well, they can't find the technicians. You pay a technician enough, you get technicians. How come it is you're charging me $160 to $220 an hour for labor, and you're paying a technician $20 an hour? Something don't add up there. So to all the truck dealerships out there that say they can't find techs, to me, you're in the same boat as the crap carriers out here that say they can't find drivers when they pay 35 cents a mile. Get your act together and you find some drivers. You find some technicians coming there to work on trucks. But anyway, there was truck still derated 55 mile an hour. I knew I didn't have a DEF pump, and and that was another thing. When I called Eddie, I said, "Hey Eddie, this truck's throwing a code for a DEF pump," and he tells me, "Well, I don't take in customers that already know what's wrong with their truck. It's up to me to diagnose it." I said, "Brother," I said, "I'm not trying to tell you what." I said, "I'm telling you the code that the truck is throwing and what it's for." I said, "I know some people don't work on emissions, so I'm just trying to let you know it's an emissions problem." And he tells me, "Oh, well, let me tell you, you should have bought a Cummins because you got that one box, and that one box is going to cost you $9,000. And I'm like, hold on a second. I said, it's throwing a code for a DEF pump, not a one box. It's throwing a code for a DEF pump. So right there, I should have known. He just trying to peel off as much money as he can on that warranty company. Like, these warranty companies don't deal with guys like him every day that are trying to just, skim and scam, like. But anyway, got the truck up out of there, drove it 55 mile an hour. I had plans to drive it all the way home at 55 mile an hour. I didn't care. 3 days. I'm already been down a week. I'll take it somewhere where I can trust to work. I stopped in right in Mississippi there somewhere. I can't remember where it was. I stopped there. I started calling a few Freightliner dealers between there and Memphis. I said, I just gotta get out of that. Maybe I should have called the Slidell one, but I had already made it past it. But I called Brookhaven Freightliner, or Empire Freightliner in Brookhaven. That's what it is. Empire Freightliner, Brookhaven. Now that's a well-run facility there. I called them up when I was about 15 minutes out. I said, "Hey guys, here's the deal. Got a code for a DEF pump out. Can you diagnose it? Can you work on that? I got a warranty, this, that, and the other." The guy said, "Not a problem." He said, "Come on in. I get you in the shop right after lunch." This was about 12. He said, we'll be back from lunch at 1. He said, "You want to go ahead and drop your trailer and just park it out there, and we'll get to it." Boy, he wasn't lying. I dropped trailer. I set the truck over there. I went in. I filled out a little paperwork. Gave him the warranty information that basically the 1-800 whatever premium 2000. And I said, "Hey man, there's a Home Depot next door." I said, "I got to run over there." I said, "I need some gloves, new gloves and stuff like that." I said, "I'll be back in half hour." I come back and I was expecting the truck to still be sitting there. They had already pulled it in. They had already diagnosed it. I went in. I was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, it needs a DEF pump, and we're just waiting on a warranty company to give us the go ahead right now." And that was it. That was it. Bing, bam, boom. He said, "We do close at 5 o'clock, but," he said, "I think we can get you in and out of here if the warranty company will come on with it." So I called the warranty company and I was like, "Hey, these guys close at 5. I'd like to get home." And they stepped up. They was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we see you right here. We got you." And they said, they looked through all the stuff, and bam, we was good to go. I got out of there about 4:30. So I went in at about 12:30, got out by 4. An amazing Freightliner dealership there. Man, they're good. That service department is top notch. I will say this, they did forget to put my radiator cap back on. Because that pump is liquid cooled. So I guess when they topped off the antifreeze, I didn't see it. I was just happy to be done with that week that was going that way that week it went. So I looked for loads in like Memphis, St. Louis. It was Friday at 5 o'clock. All the brokers was going home. There wasn't anything there for Saturday that was looking good. So I put it in gear and I went home. Start fresh on Monday. Sometimes you just got to take the L for the week, and that's what I did. But that code is SPN 5435 FMI7. So if you got a Freightliner and it's throwing that code, you need your DEF pump. I drove, I'm gonna say I drove close to 200 miles with the check engine lights on. I probably drove about 170 miles derated at 55, so empty. So I probably wasn't putting a lot of at 55 mile an hour empty. I'm probably not putting a lot of soot into the exhaust, so that may have made it where I could drive a little farther. I don't know how far you can go with that code on. I'm just letting you know what happened to me. You know, results may vary, mileage may vary. I was on flat ground, derated to 55, so I probably wasn't throwing a whole lot of soot and empty. So that's what happened, guys. I just took it home. New DEF pump put on Freightliner's been working like a dream ever since. So yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out with me during those lives when I was down there at the hotel. But yeah, kind of a waste of a week. Tuesday to Tuesday, made no revenue. Stayed in hotel 3 nights. $100 deposit or deductible on that warranty. That, if you don't have a warranty, that DEF pump replaced at Freightliner was just a hair over $1,300. I want to say like 1309, maybe 1309, something like that. 1330. I can't remember exactly. Hell, I probably got the receipt right here, actually. Let me see. I can give you an exact here. Let's see. I think I can at least. Maybe I can't. I don't know. Maybe I already filed that thing. Maybe I already filed it. I didn't think I'd filed that yet, but I probably did. Yeah, I've already filed that. But it was like $1,300 in that ballpark, just so you know. And there's videos on how to put them on. If you're at home, like I said, all you need is, you know, a couple buckets to catch some DEF and some antifreeze, and you can do it yourself. It's not a hard replacement. But that's what it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you made it this far. Thanks to everybody for subscribing. If you haven't, maybe think about it. Click on one of these other videos if you want to keep on watching some trucking videos. Check out the description for the Mud Flap app. If you buy your own fuel, use Mud Flap, save you some money. And check out my other trucking channel, Trucking with Diabetes. And take care of each other. Later.